ministry, for this platform, for the internet, have the ability to not be alone and have to be able to reach out to those that are in the dose. Wanted to give an update and come in here, and there's some people that I came on earlier and gave an update, but maybe they didn't, get the notification or whatnot. That I am going to do that here on this video. So I came on earlier for a little bit and then give a little bit of an update. But I know there's people that are up later working and whatnot when I got done with my appointment. So a little tired right now. I don't know. It's probably maybe just from the whole day. Maybe I got, I won't say an adrenaline rush or anything, but it was kind of it's not something that wasn't an easy day. So it was, but I made it without going to jail, and I'm back with my puppies, and said I'm just feeling a little exhausted, but I'm thinking, why am I so tired? All of a sudden, I feel like somebody just ran over me. So I thought I'd come in here before I got too tired and give you guys an update. I know there's again people. Thank you, Lion, for coming back in. It was probably maybe explain tomorrow and just not go into a bunch of details. I really just trying to get to see my son. I guess it's kind of bothered me, a little bit, but it's okay. It is what it is. I just wish I knew what happened or whatever, so I just don't have any of that. I don't have nothing in this case. It's just, I can't have contact with him. I can't know how he's doing. No, I don't have anybody in my life. I just don't have nobody to let me know anything. So that's what's bothering me, but I'm okay because yes, I don't know. See, I don't even know how that would. I don't know if something happened today. I wouldn't even know who would contact me or who would let me know or anything. I don't. Yeah, it is what it is. I didn't go to jail though. I didn't end up, the man in the black robe. So if you saw, I came in earlier and gave an update before I went into court this morning. So stuck to Luke 12 and 11, that they will drag you in courts in front of their synagogues and their magistrates and their, men in their black robes, and you'll be without counsel, but, and that's where I'm at. They don't have, not appointed me any legal counsel, as I kind of played around with that today. And yeah, so again, they have, a certain amount of time to do all that. All this has gone too far, and it's okay. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm just concerned what's going on. I want to make sure my son doesn't end up in prison, over this. And I don't think they don't. Well, I told him today, I put him on front. I won't go into all of it right now. You can go watch the other live stream, told about what was said. And I just wait. Don't worry about what they're going to say. When they drag you in their courts and their synagogues and their magistrates, that although you are without counsel, do not worry what you shall think or thought or answer or any of those. He will provide that in that time. It's not, we need not, again, be anxious and let it, he's the higher authority. So I gave him hell. I'll tell you that. I gave him hell. Everybody today, they're probably all talking like, did you hear what he came up and said to me? Well, here's what he said to me. Well, this is what he said to me. Even the judge, the last thing, and you, you kept me in jail an extra week illegally. So I don't know. Hope my son's all right. Hope my daughter's okay. I hope everything's all right. I'm sure that the father will, take care of him. This is not just about me or my son, and it's a bigger thing for people who don't have a voice. And So I thank Father for the voice to give me the ability to do it. I'm just a little whoop right now. So, but I did. I'm glad that you know, I can do better work outside of jail than inside of jail, as far as at least to help my son. So I didn't get threatened to go thrown in jail again. No, I can't. Didn't even see my son. I can't so have any contact with my son. No contact. I don't know if I'll ever see my son again. That's what I said. I didn't see him today, and now I don't know what happened to him. And I don't even have it. My life is such. I don't know what you call it. That I don't even have a friend or a family member or anybody to tell me anything. Not. I can't have contact with him legally. No contact. I told him today. Drop these cases. All I'm not going to go into, but. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and I'll let you know what happened. I gave everybody hell though, from both attorneys, the prosecuting attorney, the district attorney. He finally looked at me today. Finally looked at me after all this time, trying to get all this. even the other attorney for the public pretender, the two public pretenders they have there. He's sick, and I have blood cancer and I'm slowly dying. You're lucky. Well, use some cannabis. Get out. If you're in a state that you have cancer, I don't want to say you did it to yourself, but it's probably your diet. Sometimes I know like diarrhea, it runs in the genes, but back off on your sugars. Don't eat any more sugar. Cancer thrives in an acidic environment. I'm studying nutrition, and they can make medical doctors look like idiots. So you need to get some cannabinoids, your levels up, boost your immune system, and start cancer. Cannabis attacks cancer, like so does radiation, but radiation kills all the good cells. Cannabis leaves the good cells behind. So you need to get on some cannabis. Some oil, some Rick Simpson oil or something. I don't know which state you're in. You don't need to die. I'm dying every day. So too, but pull yourself out of it. Use some medicine. Stop taking whatever the hell they're giving you. Just consult your doctor before you do anything. I'm not giving any medical advice, but I'm not lucky. There's no such thing as luck. That's not a thing. I rebuke the word luck. There's no demons or genies or Arab demons as genie, and no fairies. That's just a Celtic demon. So there's lots of ways to use homeopathic remedies. Stop radiating yourself. If that's what, I don't know how, if you have cancer, you can reverse cancer. So we bring it upon ourselves normally because of too much sugar. There you go. Thank you, guys. There's ways you can beat cancer. Cancer's not the end of the world because you have cancer. Stop it. You're not dying. You'll be fine. Get yourself on some cannabis, and there's multiple ways. I don't know what where your cancer's at, or doesn't matter. Nobody's ever been died of cancer, and they've tested their blood. You said blood, right? and there is alkaline, because cancer can't live in an alkaline environment. So get your alkalinity up. Yes, it's an impossibility for cancer to live in an alkaline environment. I told you to stop eating sugar, stop eating carbs. No more breads, no more wheats, no more none of that. That turns into what? Carbs, which is what? Sugar. So you need to get your no more carbs, no more sugars, no more breads, no more. Yeah, that's sugar. No more pastas, that's sugar. And no more sugar, because it's sugar cancer thrives in an acidic environment. See why they got candy bars at every you go to the parts store to get a spark plug or something for your car, and you get sugar. There's right there when you check out, right? Oh, go to this. Oh, hey, go. Remember, I got to go get that piece. The honey wants me a little bracket. I got to go to the hardware store and check out. Yeah. Corn syrup and everything, guys. So you're not dying. You just stop eating sugar. You've probably been intake too much sugar in your life. So too much processed food. They're attacking your genome and your gut biome, your acidic, your acids and your yeah, your bacteria is genetically, that's what that does. It makes it so your proteins don't separate and they go into your lower intestine as a whole protein instead of separating. Like carbonic acid does the same things. There's lots of things that make your body not absorb the nutrition that's absorbed in your lower intestine. So start eating better. Diet can cure cancer. And yeah. There we go. Some of you guys are awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. This is the way, man. This is the whole dose. Go back to the narrow. Go to the things that always worked. Mullein. Look up the plant mullein. Start steeping mullein and take mullein. Mullein will work for many. Mullein, brothers and sisters. The natives use mullein for just about almost as many things as they use cannabis for. So thank you, Father, for the medicines that you give us, the naturals, not these two snakes up the pole, the big farm guy, the pharmacist that issues you that. Remember all these people coming here, dude, it's insinuate all these drugs. They think they're pharmacists, or I get my free mental leave out. They think they're psychiatrists and medical doctors. I guess it's pretty incredible. It's pretty amazing what we can bring in here, right? They don't know nothing about nutrition, brothers and sisters. A doctor is pretty lame when it comes, you chop your leg off or something, ER doctor, MD, but they're not going to teach you how to. I talked to a lady today. She's, she's in her 70s, and she's like, no, I don't sit down with my doctor anymore. They don't tell me how to. They don't even have a consultation. Just show up, wait for your the whole thing on the computer, bam, show up, and then bam, talk that a brief synopsis of it, but then farms you out to all the other doctors. They're all specialists now. They're all, there's no, a doctor used to be your, whatever, used to come to your house. Never mind. Moving on, brother, sister. No, you are what you eat. Just remember that cancer thrives in an acidic environment. Nobody's ever died of cancer, and they tested their blood, and the blood was alkaline, because it's impossible for cancer to live in an alkaline environment. It thrives in an acidic environment. So, the blood of the patients too. So, you want to know why cancer thrives? Because it thrives in an acidic environment. You ever grow any cannabis? You get mites or mold. You ever done any growing? You have that one mite, and your temperature goes up 71 degrees from 70. Now you got 10,000 mites. It goes to 72. Now you get 1,000,000 mites. It goes to 73. Yeah, get it up to 90 and see how that's the same thing. It blows up like the PCR test did for the COVID. There you go. There's a perfect example. Makes it accelerate rockets. Sugar is poison. And that makes cancer like, yes, I'm alive. And they grow like gremlins, remember? But anyways, you are what you eat, brothers, sisters. That's what I was taught growing up by my dad, and I know his, dad and mom, my grandparents, they taught everybody that. It was something we were always told, you are what you eat. So didn't mean to attack hey, whatever, Say made a comment. It's a good lesson. Thank you for this stream here, which needed to get my head up just a little bit. But I care, man. I care. I hate to see people being attacked by the air and by the food and, boxed the poison. It's just food flavored poison now at the grocery stores. You got box flavored, food flavored, or in a bag flavored food. No, whatever. It's genetically modified corn syrup with lots of preservatives. Bread will stay on a freaking shelf for a month. How's that happen? Never mold, not even this. Some of this ants go around. Most of this food, remember all this fast food, they won't even eat it. Insects, if the animals don't eat it, you're going to put that, we're going to take the kids, the grandkids, the grandparents, we're going to McDonald's because we love our grandkids. Whoa. I'm like, potatoes that they have to wear like the outgas because they're albino potatoes. They don't want none of the, oh my gosh. There you go. Beautiful apple cider vinegar. 1 teaspoon of honey or tablespoon of honey a day will do amazing things for your body. So there's ways to get yourself your nutrition back, and you just have to go back to nature, not the big farm guy or all these fake rock. Can't just eat magnesium, pick up rocks. It has to be plant-based, brothers and sisters. You might want to study a little nutrition. A lot of these vitamins out there are just garbage. You're just basically eating crap. You're not getting any vitamins or anything. Oh yeah, honey's amazing. Cinnamon, brothers and sisters, has some amazing, cinnamon itself. Gosh, man, there's so many things that are so good for us that we just don't eat anymore. We just don't even care. We're just like, I gotta go to work, gotta go get the $12 or the bucket. Hey, look at $5 deals are coming back. We're in the recession now. It's finally here, guys. We're gonna get stuff's gonna go on sale. Hey, you got something you want to sell? You better sell it soon. The price of everything except for Toyota pickups is gonna go down. Harleys are crashing. Something's. Don't you go woke, you go broke. So they learned that almost as solid as gold. Not anymore. They're Dillons and Bubbles. Yeah, get out of here, Bud Light. But Takis, man. My son loved those things. He got me eating those damn things. I don't eat them anymore. Duck you, Ford. Get out of here. Don't be coming in here trying to push no beaver on me. Duck a friend. I quack daddy trick. Duck a friend. All right, Zancer. I live in Oregon. We have such a good. We don't need a perfect. I don't do none of that stupid giants chasing each other around with tights and millionaires, professional, tax exempt corporation. But college, I might have that conversation. Duck you. How about that? Does that answer your question? Yeah, duck a friend. Duck everybody you love. Duck this world. Are you stop it? I'm not ducking, kidding. So, did you get in? Do you know who I? Yeah, I like the Ducks, just not when they play the Beavers. Oh no, wait, the Beavers just not when they play the Ducks. I'm in the Beaver state, but they don't need a professional football team. They changed the pace of football. Remember, a college team that is so innovative that professional football players come and go, we don't have facilities like that in the National Football League. So, yeah, Mr. Nike, remember? How come Obama came to Oregon and he didn't go to Autzen Stadium, but he went to Research twice? Anybody tell me for a oatmeal? I mean, to say cinnamon. Yeah, stay away from oatmeal now. The 4 worst things you could eat right now in your body if you have a thing like a gluten intolerance would be wheat, barley, rye, and oats. That kills the villi lining in your intestine, lower. That's what absorbs those separated proteins. Your body's made of 2 strands of protein, your DNA. So protein's pretty important when you think. Water too. Drink water. Drink lots of water. Fluoridated, chloridated, bromine. They'll take your poop. They'll take it down the hole and they'll clean it and they'll sell it back to you. Woo! Weed is genetically modified. Weed is genetically modified. People have a gluten tolerance. They eat wheat for thousands of years. I don't know what the hell's going on because it's genetically modified. Barley, rye, and oats. Those will cause a gluten intolerance. People never had that. That's new because of all this modified. So if it's a wheat that's not genetically modified, you could eat it. But because it's been genetically modified, it causes some people don't have a gluten tolerance to it. It doesn't really affect them, but people who do, it does. It goes in and it causes that. There's millions, like in your nasal cavity, back in your sinuses, that there's lots of little that villia or those little hair, fine little cilia or villia, the hair lining in you have that in your lower intestine. That's what absorbs that separated protein. It's all about that protein being separated in your gut. So what you eat becomes protein that separates with your gut bacteria. The acids and the bacteria, they're attacking that bacteria. That's what the genetically modifying does. It doesn't allow the whole protein to separate, just like a carbonic acid. Drinking sodas, anything carbonated, stop drinking carbonation. Don't drink anything carbonated. Oh, maybe you can have a beer or something, but don't drink soda or don't drink none of that. I don't care what color, white or that. It's not. It's the carbonic acid. The corn syrup's in there. That's not good. But what's even worse for you is the bubbles. So does the same thing. It does allow your whole protein to separate, and it goes down. That becomes toxic. Now you're going to start getting things like cancer too from that as well. All disease is inherently linked to lack of nutrition, a non-separation of the protein in your lower intestine. Now, why I don't get a $1 billion cash app for that, I don't know. If that's so valuable, I just saved your life. No, just kidding. I didn't save it. I just gave you some information. I'm just being silly. I don't know why. It's not deserving of anything. That's just the fact, Jack. Yes, they don't like that. They don't like people like me that give you these things. Nutrition's everything. Remember, you are what you eat. So that's what I'm getting ready. I'm going to try to do, guys. Holy crap. Hold on, guys. I got some firewood today, and it came from the other side of the valley, and it's oak. Oh, crap. It is getting hot in here. So, hold on. Let me take off all my shirt here. And we got to flip that vent down there. Heck yeah. I got rid of that little pickup truck. I didn't want to because it had a really nice. The guy actually got it though. He's fell in love with it. He's just absolutely adored. He's so stoked. He's already went and looked at like 3 other trucks. Went up to Washington, where he came all the way over 4 or 5 hours, and he just freaking loved it. Woo! Hold on. Yeah, I've burned lodgepole. Whoa, that freaking thing. Dang, boys. Hold on, I'm going to have to crack the dough. What about the dough? What do we got here? Maybe we'll take that. Oh, take the beanie off. We'll take the beanie off. Put our hat back on here. It's pretty hot here. All right, there we go. That's going to help the cause there. All right. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Yeah, nutrition is important. Thank you for talking about nutrition instead of a bunch of nonsense. Giving good information and helping people learn to, your body's a temple, you know. It's not what goes in us that defiles us, it's what comes out of it. But do try to remember you're not supposed to just wreck yourself. You want to not take care of yourself, especially if you're young now. You should really try to take care of your younger self. You want to get old and give all your money to a doctor in your last years of your life. How much sense does that make, guys? How much sense does that make? You know, people do it. They live the dream, don't take care of themselves, and then spend the rest of their life with a doctor, all that money they made, or stress or whatever to build up all that riches, or, you know. So, oh my goodness. Guys, I feel like somebody hit me with a freaking brick, man. I feel like I am just, but I know what it is. And I don't want to say that again, but I'll repeat myself. I think it was, have you seen heard any unexplainable things out in the sticks? Absolutely. This place is known for having a lost tribe of red-headed giants that roam this valley. You might want to look it up. It's called Silver Lake, Oregon. Sure. All kinds of stuff out here that your eyes even can't see or explain. I live in the largest dark sky sanctuary in the world. In the whole world. This is large. They're getting ready to add 2.5 million acres set apart, protected from light pollution. No light pollution. So, and they're getting ready to add another 22,000 acres to the, so it gets so dark out here that you can see the Milky Way galaxy from horizo to horizo, one side of the horizon to the other side of the horizon. And there'll be so many stars. There are billions and billions and billions of stars. They'll drown out the constellations. You can't hard to even make out the constellations. The sky's so, it's not dotted. It's powdered with stars. It's something if you've never seen before. It's a little mesmerizing, if you will. And the sky lights up like never in all 50 states. Lived out in the ocean and Hawaii on the Big Island and Milii and Hokana. Used to go been out. I lived in Alaska up there at the top, you know, North Pole, all that, and been to all 50 states. And this is right at the rim of the Great Basin, and it has the most amazing. The whole valley will light up like a The whole sunset. I've shown you guys. I've flipped the camera around 360 degrees. The sunset goes all the way around the sky. It's not just in the west. It's the whole, everything lights up like cotton candy and colors that you've never even, it melt your mind. The sky just melts right in front of your eyes, and it just changes. And 15 seconds later, it's in a whole different, it's like God's just up there painting the sky. It's just, it's one of the most incredible. I could live anywhere, and this, where he has me. So there's nothing like the stars in Oregon. I've been to all states, and then I've been up on top of the world, been out in the ocean, and this is the oldest place in the northern hemisphere, brothers, sisters. They already have released that information out, and I'm sure that eventually they will release the secret of Oregon. They have found the oldest clothing right here. You can look it up. They're in the Smithsonian. They're actually not just one, but multiple sets of the oldest clothing found on this earth were found right here. Predates anything in the southern hemisphere. So so don't get it like, oh, well, this started there. No, this is the older than anything. They spoke 13 languages in this valley. This was the last inland ocean in the northern hemisphere, the largest set of sand dunes in the northern hemisphere. This place is very unique. Like I said, you can look it up. Look up Silver Lake, Oregon. They have all kinds of specials that are different things about some of the maiden that lays out here in this valley and battle the dragons. And there's all this. It's been rebranded with Christmas because they've done some things here that aren't always right. But you can find, it's not, how far am I from town? I am 12 miles from town right now, from 3 grocery stores, little, a local, we call it the Dollar General, because it is the largest one in the state of Oregon, in this little teeny tiny town that was never going to grow. But they know something out here, don't they? And then we have the one at the station there, where the service station's at, and there's Coopers in there, and they do full groceries in there. And little town's pretty awesome. The law, I fight with the law, and that's okay. Fuck the police. They're thugs. There's not one good cop in America, not one good judge, not one good. They're all enforcing this capital letter corporate. I'm not a straw man. I'm not a tin man. This ain't no Wizard of Oz. You ain't I ain't following your yellow brick road. Well, I apologize for cussing. I just don't, me. I just went in front of the judges today, so they didn't drop my case, but they did say that I don't want to go into it. I don't have the energy. I will do a full update for you tomorrow. I shouldn't have named this. The update is I'm out. I'm not in jail. I didn't get myself thrown in jail. So I didn't even threatened to get thrown in jail this time. I thought for sure they were going to. Oh, Mr. Bailiff stood up. I think he thought he was going to go hands on, but no, I left out. I got out of there. Just like last time I walked out. You're not going to dismiss no nothing case, no nothing on the law. Whatever. I tried, brother, sister. I told them to drop the cases. I told them they had no case. I told them under the right of discovery, suppression of evidence. I know the case. I have all of it. You gave me all your thing and you got nothing. I will now allow you under that suppression of evidence you can't even, the lady, you better slow down there. Don't say anything under your Fifth Amendment. Hey, what? I was like, listen, stop trying to suppress my First Amendment right to speak. I know my Miranda rights, okay? I know I have the right to remain silent. You can remain silent. I am telling you, this is not something you can even prove in this county or the state that you have ever can produce under that right of discovery and suppression of evidence. Any footage, documented footage of her body or cam of me ever being me, Miranda. So don't tell me to be quiet. I know my rights. I'll continue on as so it is what it is. I'll talk more about it tomorrow. It was quite the show. I gave everybody a hard time. So all the attorneys, all the darkest place in Australia, and the stars were incredible enough. Turkey season. Okay, cool. See where I'm at, Aaron? I'm in the high desert, Oregon Outback. So that's why you and me have that dose. I have the largest following I have from outside the United States is in Australia over the TikTok platform. when we do 12 to 1500 people in the live stream, most of the people who came from outside the U.S. were from mental health recovery. We have quite a few people. Most of my, I think a third of my followers from outside the U.S. were. So maybe it's because I'm in the Outback. I don't know what it is, but this is the largest dark sky sanctuary in the world. It is in the Oregon Outback. It's 2.5 million acres set apart and protected from light pollution. Protected. If you don't know what the word light pollution means, it means they're not gonna. You keep your. Yeah, like I have solar lights. I keep all my stuff pointed down. Nothing points up. I don't have any lighting like that. I live off the grid, so I have lights. Why is it so dark? Because my ceilings are really high up there above my head, and I don't try to light up. It's not about my face. You can see me all day. At night, it goes to the dark. So I got lights on outside. There's lights over there. I have more lights because there's lights above that. See, there's a light right there. There's another set of lights too that I don't turn on, but I ain't worrying about. In the face, you don't need to look at my ugly mug. You need to listen to what I'm saying. You need to hear what I'm saying. You hear what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Thanks for coming in, guys. I don't want to stay in here too long. I'm a little bit exhausted, and I know it's because I was got the adrenaline going today. I moved recently to the city. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Obama Saint. Man, I'm sorry, Obama Saint. I'm sorry, Obama. Oh, to make the boom drama beats the I'm going to go Obama, living snot out of you. Apologize, man. That sucks. I know that you have been in here before. Thanks for coming back in. Normally, I wouldn't anybody come in here with the name Obama, brothers, sisters. But, man, I gave this guy a hard time the first time he came in. But it wasn't something with a name, like names. You can name picker or something like that. I think it wasn't something like he doesn't support Barry. So the 44th pretendant of this here divided states of 923 executive orders during his, Executive Order 11004. YouTube allows them to relocate whole communities, YouTube, and put them into work camps. YouTube. So, follow Nito channel. Yes, no, you don't want that to be none of that. G, there's the G there, the G, and the hertz, the megahertz, the millihertz, the mega waves, the waves of currency, frequency, radio waves, microwaves, gigahertz, millimeter waves, 60 gigahertz. Whoa! I can't, it makes my teeth rattle living in the city. I'd kill me in 1 week, my son said. They can kill you, Dad. Now you've lived out in the country way too long. We used to live out in the middle of nowhere where it was only like, how many people in that town? 75 or something. I'm moving to a big town. They're like, where are you going? They're like, yeah, there's 1,500 people. What? Well, we're 75 to 15. It's a big hop if you ask me. So I've been away from tech. Makes my teeth vibrate. Feel like I'm eating aluminum foil. I can taste it in my mouth when I go in the city. You guys don't, you're used to it like the nose on the front of your face that you never see unless you look in the mirror or you do a blog or something, you'll see your nose. But if not, you don't have a mirror, you're not going to see it. So what do I think of white supremacy? I don't believe in any races, so I don't believe in races. God didn't create any races. So anybody who believes in anything other than that is a racist. God created one race, that's the human race, man and woman. Anything else, I rebuke you. Get behind me, Satan. So, we know how that goes in here, brothers, sisters. We are not doing, God did not put this melanin in our skin and shape our eyes for race. We're different tribes, cultures, and ethnicities, but one race, human race. Please start acting more like a human being. People, they don't act like it. I know, but they are. I know it's hard, but they don't act very human-like. It's like, seriously, they don't. How is that even human? How some people don't even act human, but they are. Brothers, sisters, we're all here together on this rock, one race, and we just got to deal with it. You got to take the good with the bad, and vice versa. So don't sit there and think that somebody on this rock is, some other kind of, you're going to try to get me to believe in space, not farce or aliens or some kind of, I don't fall for that. I am way too educated and way too eternal to not thinking that we're going somewhere else. When God creates a new heaven and a new earth, it's not anywhere else. It's right here. I just keep coming back here every single time, again and again and again and again. I'm eternal. Remember, You might have met somebody that said, "Hey, I'm from the past. I'm a time traveler." Like, "Oh, I'm from the future." Well, guess what? You met somebody now. I'm from both the past and the future, because I don't never read. No, makes sense. Eternal. So, so my dad told me that every night before he put me to bed, pretty much till he died. Even when I was older, he still always told me that. Told me that. I never told that to my other two brothers. But then again, he told me I wasn't like my other brothers. He told me he didn't know if I was even his kid. He was a little worried, couldn't talk to me. I wouldn't concentrate like orange juice at OJ, right? Not Simpson, the one with the glove, but, the one who went to get his shit back. No, never mind. Thank you, Father. He said, "Let vengeance be mine, saith the Lord." Yeah, thank you, Ross. There's only one sovereign thing that exists without darkness, and that's the great I Am, the Most High God, who sent his son born in Bethlehem, and everything else has darkness in it. So Ross is right. You can't argue with Brother Ross, because he'll put the word of God on you. He'll judge you. Careful, watch out, Brother Ross will judge you. He's one of those people who judges. Careful. Oh, careful. He knows he'll do it with right. He won't condemn you. Don't you run away now. Thanks for coming in, guys. Made it through the whole court date today. Don't have any idea. Got a court date next month. I did pound the judge down to let you know, guys. Hammered his face to the floor almost. Well, as best I could. He got real quiet on me this time, and he kind of turns colors when he talks to me. Something I've noticed. I didn't want to talk about it, but I've noticed this time he stayed very flush. Yeah, so he said, "You're almost there, 6 months." So I don't know. Well, there's something. Hey, there's something. I got a bite today. Fish on. Oh, don't yank it too hard there, guys. You'll rip the lips off of it. Careful. Anyways, I'm a little wore out, to be honest with you. I'm very, 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 very tired. I feel like just somebody's put like a 5,000-pound brick over or just weight, on my head, just pushing me down. And I know what it is. It's just I got a little adrenaline flowing with you today. I'm not going to lie to you. Not like I went and got a rush at anything, but when you stand in front of drugs and, these, they're like drugs. They're like vanity. They're just sickening to me. They're like, they don't, farm guy, they keep all these people insinuate you know how I feel about that. That's why it's the same thing. I feel like I'm hanging in a cesspool of man-made drugs, but anyways, I still had to deal with whatever it is, and I have to let him work through me, and I'll explain more tomorrow and give you a full front to back on everybody that I gave hell. So, not literally, guys, didn't give no hell. I actually gave them the truth, I'm just giving you hell. Most people don't know what that means, remember? We're just using it as a figure, as an idiom, as a figure of speech, a slang, if you will. So, me, I'm super normally not about that, and normally I'm in a whole different, but I do believe, Luke 12:11 says when they drag you into their courts and they're before their magistrates and their high, spiritual wickedness in high places, there's men in their black death sickle robe, whatever, DC, District of Criminals, their allegiance are to the Queen and not this country. Before they do this and drag you into the synagogues and their magistrates, and you have without counsel, and they've still provided me, 100 or some days. I don't know. It's been a little bit of pull since that day, but he tells us not worry, ye not worry about what you shall say or what you shall answer, because he'll tell you what to say. And that's what he did. And so if you go back and see the live stream this morning, I was a little, prognosco. Last time I said exactly what was going to happen before it ever did. I'm not a prophet. Prophet means teacher, but I didn't know this time, and I was a little nervous because my son was supposed to be showing up. So I didn't get to see him. I didn't get to see my son's wife, my daughter, or my son. I told you I don't know if I'll ever see him again, guys. I'm not a prophet or anything, but again, I got it hammered down to 6 months. I'll give you the full update on what I did tomorrow, and I'm just a little wore out because everybody I stood in front of today had got an earful from me. So I'm sure they're all talking and go, well, did you know what he said to me? Well, this is what he said to me. And really, that's what he said to me. So I'm sure I'm a little not worried, brothers, sisters, but my son and my daughter came after me in court, and I got on them. And why did you make them drive here? You know, why? They wouldn't even talk to me. I wish I could have recorded it, brothers, sisters. I so bad wish I could. And I know God's got it, and they've got it recorded. So I just wish you could have seen, you know, and I'll give you an update the best I can. I mean, it's wasn't in there that long. So, but it didn't start with me going in the courtroom. It started me talking with, you know, yeah, that's right. He says, judge, thou shall be judged. I don't know if I will, Mom. That's what's breaking my heart, you know. And like today, and my life is such shambles right now that I don't even have a friend, not one, that I know that my son knows, you know, that I don't have friends. He has a very small group too. He does. He just does a couple of guys, buddies he fixes cars with. He just stays to himself. And I don't have any family. So I don't have family like that. I don't have friends. I don't know what's going on. I don't even have one person. I can't have contact with, but I don't know why God does what he does to me, and it's okay. He does all things up, but I can't even have anybody in my life to give me an update. Well, Elijah, after you went in there, you know, he made it back okay, and they're all right. And, you know, you did piss the judge off, and, you know, you know, but I can't even know what's going on with my son. And it's kind of hard, man, to not have a friend, not one friend like that. I don't have any friends. I don't have any family. I've always been a loner. Told you, my dad told me it wasn't like my brothers. He didn't even know if I was his, you know. So it's just, that's a little unnerving, I guess, you know, because I'm a little not nervous. I just gave him hell. You know, I really gave the judge hell. I gave them all, everyone. District attorney finally looked me in the face today after all this time, years. Tried to get a meeting with this guy, called him, tried so many times, and he finally looked at me, and all he did was, when are you going to drop this case? You don't have a case. I've already seen your suppression of evidence, right of discovery. I've already seen it. You don't have a case. You're wasting taxpayers' money here. You know, why is my son, you know, and Adrian, my daughter, have to drive here? What's going on? What are you doing? Why is nothing's going to happen? Then why are they driving here? And they wouldn't even tell me, brothers, sisters. Play their little freaking game. You know, not talking here, you know, but hold on, the lady, get on that. I'll tell you tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow. I just wear me out again. I'll have to go through it, and I'll get my body all in that, you know what I'm saying? It was a long day, but I made it through, and the Father is obviously, he doesn't want me locked up talking to some guys locked up. He wants me here doing the job in here. So I'll go back to the gospel. We'll do a separate, you know, I always mix my little drama queen. I'm a drama queen, if you didn't figure it out. But whatever, I'm an emotional guy, man. I'm going through a lot of things. I don't have anybody to talk to. So whatever, it's got to come out somehow, or I'll get the you know what and finish it. But no, I won't. I'll never do that. I got to endure to the end. So never will do it. I'm just being silly. Can't wrestle not against flesh, right? But against principalities, powers. So thank you for supporting me, guys, all the way up to this, you know, day, and appreciate it. A little nervous this time, not having the ability, the foreknowledge like I did last time, to be able to say, okay, well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go and do this. They're going to say this, this is what's going to happen. So, I mean, I had an idea they're just going to extend it today, but it's so stupid because it's beyond, you know, and now I have actually, he the judge, 6 months, you're almost there. Oh, you're not doing anything. You're almost there. You know, it's like, what is this? Some kind of kangaroo or scam, or, you know, but I did make very clear that I am not Tracy with capital letters. I'm not a corporation. I'm not Tracy Werner. That's my capital letter name. And I'm not a straw man. I'm not part of the system. So you're going to have an issue from the very beginning. You guys keep finding, I've told you when you arrested me, you asked me what my name is. And I said, my name is Revelation. My name is Apocalypse. And I almost copped some more charges. They said, well, that's false official statement to a police officer. I said, oh, okay, cool, another charge. But anyways, I explained to them that my name is not written in all capital letters, brothers, sisters. So I'm not going to play their game. They're not going to, whatever. Even if I'm not going to worry about that. Like I said, please read the book of Luke, read chapter 12 and verse 11 through 12, please. And you'll know exactly what it is that held me together today in that courtroom. It wasn't me doing it. Obviously, I had to be there for the people who couldn't speak up, for the people in this community, for people that happens to, and all throughout the United States. You've heard it. Once you get in the system, you're always in a system. That's kind of, you have to expose this. Paul told us, Christ spoke through the Apostle Paul in Ephesians. He wrote that book, Ephesians, in 5. He said, be not partakers in their unfruitful works of darkness. We need to expose them. The light needs to be shined in the dark places, and we need not raise it up, put it at the top of the house, and do not put it in a basket and hide it. So we have to do this. If you don't understand it, it's just because the word is not in you. He stood up to the law. I am facing felony charges for hindering prosecution, for standing against the law, not letting the law do their job, interfering with a peace officer, felony charges. You think I care? Who said that earlier? You think I care about those laws? My Father has the high authority in there. You understand? Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall not need, I shall not ask, I shall not want, for the Lord is with me. Correct? So he was with me today. Hallelujah. That's what Luke is telling you about as well. You don't need to worry about what you're going to say. He's the high authority. He'll be there. Put the word of God on him. Stand up for righteousness. Stand up for people who cannot stand up. Stand up for people who don't have a voice. Be the voice when people cannot speak. Be the light in a dark place. When people are lost, their navigation, their way, not to rise or shine above others, but to be a light in a dark place. To guide. Not bring anybody, to guide. Help a brother out. Be the light, brothers, sisters. Light drowns out the dark very quickly. Don't take too much. You take a 10 by 10 room, you light a match at the first light of it. You can almost see the walls. It dies down, and then you move around. You can take 2 matches, and boy, it starts drowning out that. Don't take too many before you can see every part of that room, doesn't it? Light always drowns the dark out quicker, brothers, sisters. It's easy if you have light. Be the light. He said, I want to find you burning bright, your lamps trimmed. Hello. When I return, girded in my service, doing what I tell you, loving me, heeding me, putting me above all things, highest and above all things, else all other, Christ over everything, Christ over $, Christ over anybody in the flesh, over dirt. That's how he makes his bride. It's what he does to his bride. The world just doesn't mean anything. It's worthless. It's dirt. Less and less, the meaning of dirt just becomes less and less desirable. Yeah, me too, Obama. I'm going to close this one down because you know me, the Lord will just keep me going in here like a freaking soldier. So I need to, because I do feel super tired, and I'll just keep going. I did it this morning, almost talked myself out of my ride. I'm like, oh crap, I got 10 minutes to make it down. I had fed the dogs, dressed. The dirt is what you make it. Absolutely, Dami, that's true, because it's just different shaped dirt. God made, look at yourself in the mirror. You're dirt. You're going to go back to that same dirt. It's just all dirt, different shaped dirt, wife-shaped dirt, side-by-side, gun-shaped dirt, building-shaped dirt. It's all came from the dirt. It's all going to go back to the dirt. Everything you've ever touched, taste, smelled, all of it, remember, goes right back to the dirt. There she is. Okay, I knew I had to wait until my moderator came in. I was trying to let you come in here, lady, let you know before I got out of here. I'm okay. Thank you for coming in, guys. I'm going to give you the full update tomorrow on what happened. And you got a little glimpse. I told you everybody got a mouthful. So I can't imagine. That's what I'm a little worried about. So I went in there and did my thing. I was the very first, and they didn't wait to do me last. This time they're like, oh, so we better get this guy out of the way, So I was actually on the docket this time, and they put me up first. So everybody got, from both attorneys, district attorney, judge, everybody got a mouthful today from Tracy. We're not going to stop. You know me. I'm not going to go down there and use the time that the Father wants me to do. Stand up and be the light. So do what he did. He said, conform to my image, and he exposed the darkness, brothers and sisters. So that's all I was doing, was exposing the darkness and, of what is going on and the situation. And I'm glad that I clung to Luke 11 and, 12 and 11 through 12, brothers and sisters. It is what I did a live stream this morning and just tried to hold on to that when I went in there. And I'm glad that I did, because it got me settled. I wasn't trying to have any racy mind like I normally do. I had the whole quantum thing going, but it wasn't going overboard. And I just stayed focused and calm. Less is more. And but I did give everybody a bit, everybody had to, I haven't checked any emails. I've been busy. I got some firewood today, guys. Finally, I came home and met somebody afterwards, and gosh, my back is killing me. I traded that pickup truck. So, and I got oak. So the house is nice and warm right now. That stuff burns really hot. There goes the puppies right away from the wood stuff. So, Racy Tracy, crazy spacey Tracy. You wouldn't want my mind, would you, Dell? Or you want to trade places with my mind for a minute? I don't know what you got going, what you've ever done in your mind, but man, your mind sounds like a rest. And I'm sure you've had some issues, but I don't know if you want to step into this brain of mine. It's organized chaos. Quantum 5D chaos chess, if you will. Yeah, I really wish I didn't have this mind, but I'm glad that I do, because the Father gives me the gift of discernment, celestial understanding. The aletheia of the truth is so good, even if it's mixed up and with all these other millions of files that are always opening and going through the cycle. It has to cycle itself, because it has to compute, because it has to have the rhythm. It's a rhythm that goes in my head, like it's I wish you understood. It's a sequence and pattern and cycles and patterns and cycles and sequences and rhythms. Algorithms, like a computation. It has to run it through a cycle. How many times it can over cycle, under cycle. It's quite, I don't know. I don't want to take you into my brain. It's pandemonium, brothers, sisters, but it is organized. Organized pandemonium. But I'm glad that the Father is there, and I can hear him over that, brothers, sisters. Thank you so much, Father, for that. I can hear the Father over that, brothers, sisters, and that's what's more of a blessing than anything in this, is that I do. And I hear it because I hear it in his word. You know what I'm saying? It speaks to me. It does loud and clear. And I'm glad that it does, because it just runs. The scripture runs through my mind more than anything. I have thoughts of the world, but the things that I'm not trying to figure it out. I can't. I told you, like I said, the gospel is what overcomes my brain. I give massive thoughts to death and mega thoughts of death. Hey, we messed that up, huh? I did a MAGA thing earlier, a hashtag, and it was R with not a no. Arizona in here got me straight. Yeah. So, I better not stand here too long, guys, because I really do feel like I got hit with a semi. I feel like I got run over with a semi. And I know, because my endorphins got up pretty high there. If you're standing in front of a judge and I'm not nervous, bro. I wasn't nervous at all, but the body does its thing no matter what. I'm a trained veteran, so I know how to keep the levels and the breathing and all that, not get overly excited. Less is more. I've spent lots of time as a law enforcement officer, spent money plenty of times standing in front of a judge, Um, represented myself through custody battle with my son's, mom, who was not, done my time in front of these magistrates. So today was just another day, but I just really wish I could have gotten an update on my son after this. I don't know why God is just sometimes so cruel to me, and I don't mean to see that, guys. I don't want to get you the wrong way, but why is there nobody in my life that can give me an update on what's going on with my son? Tracy, you pissed him off, but you know what? Hey, they dropped his car charges, or they're thinking about it, or something, or anything. I'm not going to know nothing, guys. I'm not going to know nothing. Nothing. There's no way to find out. I got no way to find out how my son is, how my daughter is. I've got nothing. There's nothing for me to cling to. I have nobody to call. I have nothing. And it's okay. I know that he's a man of God, and that's what I'm hoping he's clean. But at least, like I said, after the feathers that were ruffled today, guys, I've already got him these charges, brothers and sisters, because I'm the one who would let him go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're mad at me. And and then because I wouldn't let them put my son in prison because they're mad at me, they came and swatted my house because I wouldn't let him go to jail. I got to go turn myself in, Dad, and surrender myself. They're still not satisfied. Fuck you, Elijah. I don't hear surrender. You don't come up to a veteran. Your dad's a veteran and say the word surrender. Psych, you thought you're going to go surrender. Guess what? You're not going anywhere. We're going to get this handled. So, I have to fault in some of these things, but I know that I have to remember what my son said. This ain't about you, Dad, and this ain't about me. Don't make it about you. It's a bigger thing. So, made it through the day. I'll give you the full update on what I told everybody tomorrow. All the details, the attorneys, the district attorney, Ted Martin, finally looked at me today. Finally, after all these years, they've never even the guy can even call me, look at me every time he comes. He used to run out of the courthouse when I would show up during my son's case. Now he's forced to sit down in there, and that's what I went after him today, guys. I called him out and told him they were wasting taxpayers' money and wasting my time, and they didn't have a case and all that. Like I said, I really laid into him pretty good, and the judge and the district attorney and both prosecuting attorney, or the two public defenders down there got an earful from me. Called out Elijah's supposed attorney. I think he's worried now. I turned that guy. I've never seen him. I've never seen a man have, not an attorney, and I've been around a lot of attorneys get like, I'll tell you tomorrow what I said to him, and man, I gotta go. He went in the courtroom. He sat in there and he just nervous. He was kind of walking around and he didn't know he was, yeah. But we'll tell you more about that tomorrow, guys, and what I said. See, and I don't even know if that's my son's attorney. See, that's what I'm saying. I really wish somebody could just have given me a call today. Hey, Tracy, you have a no contact order with your son. This is not breaking the contact order. He made it home, Matt. He's all right. He didn't go to prison. They didn't lock him up. They didn't do that. He has those two. Nothing. I have nobody in my life. I don't know why God does this to me. I guess I just need to be a vessel and not worry about my son. Matthew 10:34 through 39. He loves the Father more than me is not worthy of me. He who loves the Son more than me is not worthy of me. I just can't let it get me. It's not about loving my son. Because I want an update of loving my son more. I don't know, guys. I'm trying to cling to the word. I'm just a man, okay, that loves the word, and that's all I have. So I do care for my son and his well-being, and especially his daughter. Oh, no, she made it home. There was something brought up about her name today. I heard her name mentioned. It's like some deal was going. I hope this lady don't take no charges. She didn't do anything. They didn't even have a warrant for her arrest. They illegally arrested her, accosted her body, arrested her without showing probable cause or even having the warrant and her name not. And they did. They said it in the SWAT raid. You can tell, Adriana, we have a warrant for your arrest. No, they didn't. They never, and they'll never be able to produce a right of discovery and suppression event. I never allow it. If they did at this point, deep into the case, because of the suppression of evidence, I would suppress it. Under the right of discovery, they already should have given it to me. Like I told them today, I have all your evidence. You don't have a case. Drop this thing right now. All of them, all these cases, not just mine, all these contact orders today. right now. That's it. Well, after the 6 months, I kind of settled down after that and didn't, I knew something, at that point. Thank you, lady. And I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for coming in, Sister Levette. It's good to see you again. Once I got that, I think I said maybe one or two other things. Then I walked out. I just walked out, because they already were trying to shut me up in there and tell me the lady on the thing that was representing supposedly the people for that they were supposed to be my attorney, that I called and said, okay, whatever. No, I called them, and that's bull. That's not true. And it's got to be approved by the state, and the state's the one who swatted my house. So how are you going to get that approved? That's what I said. So I'll tell you the whole details tomorrow. I didn't hold back like that. I did, but I didn't. I will never hold back, brothers and sisters. Never. I don't care what they do to this flesh. Fear no man that can take your flesh, brothers and sisters. Only fear who can take your soul. So God's just using me, I guess. Like I told my son, I don't guess. That's what he's doing. It's a long day. And every time, you got to imagine, I'm standing there. I didn't get no accelerated heart rate in there. My heart never beat it. I guarantee I really wish I could have hooked you up to a thing. So I didn't get racy in there. I was steady and focused. And I thank the Father for keeping me focused in his word. And but I really upset them. I guarantee they all went to talk to each other and said, because some of them got separate talkings from me. And, like, do you believe what this guy said? Well, that's what he said to me. They all had to have it. And then my son's case came on, and then my daughter's. You see why I might be I'm okay. I mean, I'm better than I was before I went to court. I'm going to be all right. I'm half price selling everything now. Bye, guys. As far as this whole, dirt thing, we're taking this bad boy channel on the road. If God so will be done, I'm doing it. I'm going to go into churches. I can't leave Oregon still. I can jack offs, man. Trying to restrain me. I could leave this state. I don't know. I'm going to go back down there probably and drive back down there and maybe every day and try to talk to that district attorney again. When I talk to him, and you better drop these cases. The only time this district attorney ever has looked at me in years, I can't get him to ever even told you, he used to run out of the courthouse when I come in there last time when I was, but that was all counseled up with legal counsel. And anyways, even before it was, I'd set already some standard before I went down there. But once that was, he finally looked at me and he made this shitty grin, and he just cackled his face when I was telling him, you better drop these charges. And he was like, yes. So I don't know what that means. And maybe I'm reading into that a little bit too, but he never finally. And I was freaking mean mugging him. I was getting everybody's attention over here. Like, see, the judge is looking at me. The judge sees me. I've been in here every time. This district attorney won't look at it. Look, I'm looking at the district attorney. I'm looking at the district attorney. He won't look at me. See, guys, the judge is looking at me. You're looking at me. How come nobody in this? How come he's the only one not looking at me? How come he's the only one not looking at me? And when he finally looked at me today, guys, after years, all he did was this. I seen his teeth just smiling up and down. So thank you. I don't know who ever just sent me a Cash App, guys. I appreciate it. I'm going on the road, man. I'm going to try to get on the road. I'm selling everything. I want to be like Christ. Christ didn't own no dirt, did he? Did Christ own dirt? Did Christ own any dirt? Did Christ own any dirt? How much stuff did Christ have? He said, conform to my image, follow after me. So this is my new thing too, and nothing's changed. I'm going to get this property paid off and give it to the church. Hallelujah. And I'm not going to I won't own it. And then I won't have to, I'll be more Christ-like when I don't own any dirt. Hallelujah. I might have I might have a truck. I got a way to just move around a little bit. He's a wandering Jew. So maybe I'll get some, whatever, some side work, go build something. You know me, I like to build. He was a carpenter. He was a Jewish carpenter, right? So get a side gig and go run to the woods and go see all the different waterfalls. Maybe find somebody, meet up with some of my subscribers and go catch. I haven't thrown a fishing pole in the water in probably 12 years. I haven't eaten fish in 12 years. I go catch a native, not some planter fish out of some lake. Go hike up, 2 or 3 hours into a lake or something. Go catch a brown trout. Go catch it and cook it, and right there. Might set a fall trap. If we catch something too, we'll eat that too. I don't care what it is. We'll eat it. So that's the plan, brothers, sisters, for this point. And if God will allow that, nothing's changed much. You always know I tried to get uh, mobile. Mobile's going to be the way to go, guys. Having mobility, not fighting with people over things. I don't want to fight anybody. If I'm out there in the woods and you guys are all doing the apocalyptic thing because you think that means the end of the world, then that's great. I'll let you guys do that, and I'll come try to help whoever's left. I will, and then I'll scavenger perk. Well, you're just sitting there dead, and you're dead, and you look like you guys fought each other over that. You don't need that anymore. You don't need that. I guess I was wise and patient, and now I'll not stealing. I don't think they'd be stealing from somebody. I know that sounds, brothers, sisters, if I'm going away and I'm not, and I come in, there's people with stuff everywhere, you think that God's just you're gonna be mad at me if that's something I can use? You know what I'm saying? So I hope people understand how I plan on my future. Hopefully it's get away. I want to get away from chaos. I don't want to fight with anybody. I'm a pacifist. I don't want revolution. I want peaceful quietness away from society. Be out in the woods. Be near a waterfall. Wouldn't that be great with something? You're out in the middle of nowhere and everything goes down. Wouldn't that be the best place to be? That's where everybody want to run, right? You're already there living it. Setting trap lines. Ooh, what the heck was that? Fall traps. Seriously. Eating chipmunks and eating birds and oh, cool. Well, no, if you got that life, I understand. I don't have anybody in my life offer. I don't have no friends, not one friend or no family. So nobody depends on me like that. I have this ministry, so I'm not shutting down the ministry. We're going to take the ministry on the road and get to go into the churches. This can be the new thing for this channel, brothers. So I'm going to try to do this if God will allow this. We are going to go into these houses made by hands, and we are going to talk to these pastors and ask them these things like the words halakha and targum and mishnah and all these things, and see if these men that are supposed to be leading these sheep, these supposed right shepherds, or these supposedly sheep that are leading they're a wolf in sheep's clothing, brothers, sisters, just selling them that they're a vegetarian or something. They don't eat meat or something, but brothers and sisters, I can guarantee we can take words into these supposed churches and prove to you that the word of God does not exist there. We can prove that they're Satanists. If we sit down and they go in there and say, hey, do you guys celebrate birth? That's a house of Satan. That's a synagogues of Satan, correct? It won't take long, brothers and sisters. I think it'd be a good thing. It's an idea. I try to get everybody to come to me for 10 years. Why not go on the road for 10 years? Nobody wants to come to me. Let people rent from you. I already tried that, Sherry. I tried giving away my property. Well, not giving away. I tried to let people come here for no charge. I was going to give them a building material that's laying next to a building that I have half built that I could have built myself, but I wanted them to build it, feel like it was theirs, so to speak, and they built it from the ground up. I would build the building next to them with them, and I would take that building that, wouldn't stay there, but they'd have a building they could build anywhere with that material, but it's laying right next there that they could take with them anywhere. Had to be built on a skid, or, if they want to build it permanent, they could leave it there, but I already tried for 5-6 solid years, 10 years before through other family and stuff. Nobody ever came, not one. So, nope, I was going to rent out the cabins. Yeah, well, I've been hearing that for 10 years. What's the difference between the last 10 years? I appreciate your positivity, Sherry. I'm not trying to down on you and be a Debbie Downer, but I tried. So now it's time for me to give it to the church and not rent it out. Let people stay here from the ministry for no charge. No charge. You can just have all the fruit, nothing. I don't rent anything to anybody. I want to give it to the ministry, and then I can get funding to finish things up. And out here, oh, hey, I'm Pastor Tracy. I'm with High Desert Grace and Truth Ministries. I'm here. Would you guys like to donate some gravel to the driveway? We're trying to build a library. Oh, you're with here's the paperwork showing that we are a registered. It's not mine. It's not my property anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not my property. I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. I want to be like Christ. He said, follow after me. Did Christ own any land? Did Christ have any worry about dirt? No, he was a man of very few things. He was a man of sorrows. He was a wandering spiritual Jewish carpenter, if you will, and so that's will be for me. And then I can give this property. It's 20 acres in a near $500,000 shelter, storm shelter. This property has lots of value. And so I'm so glad to be able to get rid of it. I don't need it. I don't need dirt. I need a wife or death. Remember, I'm not here for any other reason. Somebody wants to yoke with me, fine. If not, I'm going to be single until I die, and I'm fine with that. I do fine alone. That's why I could just go to the woods. It's been out here alone for 10 years. Whatever, that they dated that one woman for a minute, but she didn't, that's fine. It was all, remember, all good days. There was no issue. It's easy come, easy go. Oh, keep God out of this, Tracy. Bye. No hard feelings. So, but anyways, no, I think I just want to be alone. And if somebody decides that they just can't live without me, God will have made that person for me or something like that. But otherwise, I just need to focus on me now, and stop trying to build a community of people. I was only doing it to have no cost living and teach people that you don't need money to live. You're an idiot. You are idiot. You're unskilled, unlearned. You don't need money to. Well, you have to have something to get started and off your feet. But people not to have. If you have a community and can grow all your own food, well then, why do you need money for food? Remember, I produce all my own power. Why do you need a power bill? I make all my power. I'm the power company. Nobody can shut my lights off. Cut your cost off. There's another. Your water bill. Drill a well. There's your water bill. You got all these basic costs out of your life. You don't have them. It's all build a cabin like I did. I got multiple cabins out here, all repurposed material. Nothing but. Check this out. We got the fireplace going. It's hotter than a humped up box in here. Got the old eco fan, off the grid fan there going. Works off the heat of the stove. So you guys seen that before? Brick fireplace, all that. But anyways, all right. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you cut your cost out. And so what I could do for right now is I could just take my happy butt somewhere else. I bet you anybody would take Tracy, my ugly old butt, in their community, right? Hey, I can skin her buck. I know how to do first aid. I know how to do a CPR. I know how to do suture. I can do skin a buck. I can run a trout line. I know how to set a fall trap. Again, I know all basic. I'm a first responder, certified, combat certified medic, trained first responder. I'll put your guts back in your body when you fall apart. Pump the brakes, hold your property, filter your water. I'm just giving my property to the church. I'm not, just think it'll do better in the church's hand than my hands. I don't need to own it. If you want to buy some property, I'll sell you some property if anybody's interested. I'm really in the market now. Watch, everything's going to move now. Watch, I'm half pricing and so many things. I told you about this day is coming, so I already feel it. I got firewood today, so we're only starting to see some things. I got some hits today on some things, double hits on that truck. So it's all going to open up for me. I just have to let it go. So, yeah, thank you I got some help today for that land. So I'll be selling that. I'm really thinking about maybe dropping another $9,000 off the price of that land. That's 2.5 miles from the school. I was a single dad for a long time, so school is very important. I mean, when I moved out to this valley, my son was at school age. I homeschooled him, but I wanted to have a good school that he could go to, and that was an option. So when I chose property that was near, and that's what gives this property to a higher value out here now. People didn't figure out what it was. Why is it so big? Well, you're out in the middle of nowhere. You got to truck your child 40 miles to school. This property is 2.5 miles from the school, and there ain't anybody. That's real close. That's out here where everything's spread out in the country. I told you 40, 50 miles. Some people take their kids to go to school at the same little, school out here. So good country school for your kids. If they're not little sissy city kids, they will get bullied out here. There's country kids out here. You've been cerebral, bamboozled, via the World Economic Forum tech. Chill, bro. General, you don't hold no authority in here. You don't call the shots, and I don't. You'll own nothing and be happy. World Economic Klaus Schwab, bamboozled. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground, buddy. What are you talking about? Tell me to chill, like hell, like it's fact. It's cold as hell. Remember Elton? Go play your piano, your tune somewhere else, man. I'm starting to feel some come on by vibes, so you want me to try or something. Well, remember all these weffers, they're all into that transgender god, so what's going on with you, Shots? You're not calling any, and you don't hold any authority in here. Trying positive, huh? Oh, what are you with some of that Reiki bullshit? Get out of here. Leave. I'll fall for none of that crap. Reiki, you know what that is? Yeah, get out of here, pincushion. Guys, people are so lost these day and age. Bamboozled, huh? Go back to celebrating yourself and have a nice day. Okay. Jimmy Crackcorn, General. Okay, I don't care what you're thinking right now. Anything you're thinking, I'm never going to think about you again. You can't rent any space, and nope, not in your head. Don't think about me, whatever you do. I won't charge you any rent. Much love, brothers. Made it out of the courtroom today. Thank you. I'm going to shut this stream down. I love you guys so much. Appreciate a little frustrating that I don't have anybody in my life to give me an update on my son. But that's what God wants for me. So it's tough. Imagine your son could be thrown in prison. You already stood in front of the law. They came, swatted your house. You're doing it. And now I don't have anybody in my life to at least give me an update. So sucks. My life sometimes is just really hard, guys. And so I appreciate you making my life easier. You're not going to change that. If God would want to change that, I just wish I would know he made it home. That's a long drive. I asked the judge, why are you making them drive here? Why are they made to drive? You're not going to do anything? Then why are they, so, cool. So that's why I just, like I said, other than I'm going to start moving in a forward direction here, guys. I'll pull from this. This is, I told you, I get past this date and I'll still be sissy la, whatever, Tracy, whatever, Karen, you can call me Karen or whatever you want. But I'd rather be emotional than be like a freaking caveman, Oh, come here, honey. Let me bang you over the head and take you in my cave. And anyways, life, so to speak. I don't treat life like that. I have thought in my head and I am emotional. I don't care. So Jimmy Crackcorn, Karen, Ken, whatever you want to call me. I mean, not like that. I think I'm a drama queen is what I am. I don't think I'm a Karen or a Ken, but more of a drama queen, my poor life. Oh, I can't talk to my son. I don't know what's going to happen to him. I don't know. I don't have any in my life. Poor Tracy, right? I'm not trying to get you to feel sorry for me. Just maybe you can understand. It's, maybe there's somebody else out there that feels like I do or some in a similar situation, so they won't feel so alone, Sometimes that's why I do it, brothers, sisters. Again, it's not for me. There's other people I know, that are whatever. There's two kinds of people in this world, brothers, sisters. There's service to self means, and there's service to others. You'll know them by their fruit. I know that's what's so frustrating, but I got a plan for that. Boy, do I have a plan. It's called mobility. Remember, nothing's changed. No. You're getting the real me. This is not some fake Tracy trying to come in here to gain views or, you know what I'm saying? You're getting me. If any of you ladies been like, man, I want to make that man my own. Well, guess what? This is what you get. Yeah, I'm not afraid to lay out all my cards on the table and show who I am. Oh, we got to hold cards back. I don't want to hear none of that. You either take me for where I am, and that's called tolerance, brothers, sisters, is not how much you love somebody. Oh, that's nice and fine. You can love somebody and sleep in the same, they can be sleeping on the couch. You could be sleeping in the bed and hate them, but for the night or something. But love is nice and it's amazing. I haven't felt that in a long time from a person, and it's a very nice thing. But it's how much you can stand them. It's those little things that they do that would drive most people crazy. But those are the same thing. Those are the things that you just kind of love about them, even if they do drive you crazy. You can just tolerate them. It's not a deal breaker. You're not trying to change them. You just accept them for who they are. So I think that's ideal, and I don't know if anybody in my life could ever. Uh, no, I haven't talked to the ministry. I'm not trying to burden the ministry anymore. I really put a little bit of a pressure on the ministry. I bring people to the ministry is what I do. So I just mirror it now. I watch it, but I don't even participate in the live stream anymore. No, not till we get past these events. He told me not to, if that makes any sense. I haven't shared that with anybody, lady, but you, and I'll share it here now. I still admit, I'm still a dude. Their lives always there. You don't have to say anything to be there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to participate like people can be here on the sides and just shut up. I would never know they're here, right? Come in and be quiet. Don't say anything stupid, and you can gain a whole bunch of. So I still can gain, but my heart's broken that nobody's talking about this celestial date, and it's okay. I'll let it go after this. I'll probably um, make contact with my, after this event. These events come past, and I just don't feel very. I don't feel anybody over there cares. Nobody's come over there to come over here to see this and said, "Hey, Tracy, come back over here and teach that over here. Maybe you should get down over here to Hendersonville, Tennessee. Maybe we need to get that put up on this board. Maybe the body should know that the Star of Bethlehem did happen in 2015. And we did see the Revelation 12 sign. These things really are very important. All these celestial time markers that nobody knows in the body. Nobody knows it, grace and truth of these time markers or these things. So it's independent. So I'm over here doing the work over here and then still mirroring and still drive. We still constantly look at sister, lady in red. She's constantly dropping that Grace and Truth Ministries link. And she drops it, I believe, hopefully more than any other link on this channel. That's the way it should be. That's just what this channel is all about, is Brother Jim saying, Tracy, you can't sit out there alone by yourself. You've obviously saturated yourself with the word. I can tell you love it, and it's hard to talk to people because when I talk to them, they're always asking me questions that are in my lessons, and you've got that not all the answers, but you've obviously studied my lessons. It's in you. So don't be alone anymore. Fellowship. You're doing good. I hear you. That's awesome. It's amazing. But you're lacking fellowship. So that is something so beautiful to be a witness to, guys. Like I said, and I don't know how many people over there at Grace and Truth even know. I had some people calling me out over there for, I don't want it. It's somebody I brought from the platform over here, O2 over there, and they got all over there and they got real comfortable, and then they were calling me out in the live stream and stuff. And everybody over there had my back. Nobody said anything, and they were kind of like, "Hey, dude, because it's real chill. If you've ever been in the Grace and Truth Ministries, it's a very chill. Somebody come in there and say chill earlier. That whatever that. Come on, General Stars. Hey guys, getting so much better with names. I'm so glad I can recall stuff like that now. I used to do that to myself, tell me I can't remember nobody's names, and now I can remember. I remember people's names that I couldn't remember from 10 years ago. It's crazy. And their middle names sometimes. Like, I didn't even know their middle name to begin. It's crazy what we store in our brains, guys. Archive, if you will. So I'm never going to forget you guys no matter what. I want you to know that archive the times that I've had in here and stuff. I've put archive some really good memories in here, guys. You know what I'm saying? Really have had some very phileo and agape. This has been much love, and if just such a fondness to come in and see the familiar faces again, and you guys let me be me. So that's what's most important. Is Brother Jim said you need a fellowship, brothers, and they're going to have to accept me for who I am, and I'm going to have to accept you for you, or I'm saying the people that we allow to sup with us here in this house, and not made by hands, right? It's not made by hands. The Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, is with us, and He's always here with us. So thank you for being a part of that, and thank you for always um, making me feel like this is, I can be me. I don't have to come up here and try to be an actor, put on some kind of front and be fake to get a view, or be fake to do something. If I ask you for help because I need it, if I'm trying to give, it's because I want to give. I'm not. I have the ability. If I can, I can. I can. I can't. It is what it is. But cool. So thank you so much, brothers and sisters. I do appreciate this ministry, having it. It has kept me sane over this last, you know, 6 months, which has been a very difficult time. So I thank the Father for that grace and truth. He is the body. That part of that, like Brother Jim said, the internet was vetted for grace and truth. So that whole body, all over from all four corners of the earth, that truly is, whether they don't have the celestial understanding or not, that's okay. They still are the people we're going to be with when we pass through this time, through this flesh, and we go and get our new body. So it's such a blessing to have this ministry and have to be able to mirror Brother Jim's teachings here, and to have people from both sides, both from TikTok and back over the FOR channel, the Predestined FOR channel over there, and people who stuck with me from from here at Grace and Truth. I will make it through this time, and I'll make a more press. I was with Grace and Truth for a long time before I ever made my appearance. I seen how Brother Jim is. He gets a little frustrated when he's asking questions and he's already answered in his lessons. So if you have a question, you can answer it in his lessons. You never have to ask any questions. You'd never have to call Brother Jim. I don't think you'd even have to probably call Brother Jim if you just went through his lessons. So, like I said, it was a long time before I ever made my appearance at Grace and Truth on the chat and on the live and known or none of that. So, and I'm just in a pause right now. So I'm in the background. So I don't say anything, and I just learn. It's just a learning, like when nobody knew I was there before, right? So I tend to learn more. I don't get caught up in the conversation and have to answer questions, and you know what I'm saying? So it's good to participate over there at Grace and Truth in the chat. It's amazing. They're a really nice chat, really calm. But when you do, I take my eyes off the lesson, right? If that makes sense. I don't know if anybody's ever been over to Grace and Truth at the live stream. You don't have to participate in the chat. I encourage people, let them know you're here, and and I love the chat over there. It's very calm. It's edification. Iron sharpens iron. There's some, side talk, but not a lot of it's in the Word about the lesson. And but if you start commenting and then people say hi, and then it's just, I quit looking at the lesson, and so I choose now not to, like I said, conversate. I feel like I learn more. And sometimes, like I said, I don't actually have time to go during the live. I'll watch it after the live because I'm doing my live. I like to do the live sometimes during Brother Jim's and drop that link so they can go there while we're, I can still see Brother Jim after the lesson's over. I'm subscribed to him on YouTube, so it's right there. It's not, it says it's live, but still has a little red thing in it, but it's the restream, like this one that we're going to shut out here in about 1 minute. Because thank you guys, appreciate it for coming in, for supporting this ministry. Thank you everybody over the last couple days here. It's got a little rough, but we made it. Stick with me. I'll be advertising some stuff online, trying to pick up a vehicle so I can get mobile again. Get yourself mobile, guys. Pretty important that you have the ability to be mobile and can not have to stay in one place and sit there like a duck in a pond. Is anything you have worth holding on to that you want to kill somebody over? The dirt that you live in, the shape, the house, whatever it is, all this dirt that's inside of it, dirt shape, whatever, candle, dirt shape pitcher, whatever it is it worth it? I don't know. You tell me. So that's been my main focus. Remember, nothing's changed but the weather there, right? So dipping into the winter, grand solar minimum's coming, right? La Nina, we're dipping back in from the El Nino to La Nina, brothers, sisters. So get ready, get your firewood. I'm happy that I got some firewood today, guys. Feel a little better about that. I think things are going to change for the positive, not get it better like that, because I anticipating things getting a lot worse, remember? So, but the cream will rise to the top, just because some people are only surviving. Do you need that, buddy? I know, I'll get going. Puppy wants to go out, guys. I love you. Thank you for the support of the ministry. I didn't even check that Cash App. I didn't check, guys. I apologize. Much blessings, much blessings. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Tomorrow for another Predestined for Light live stream broadcast. Okay, we'll sow some more seeds here, and we'll hover over the truth. We'll expose the lies, right, that are covering up that truth, and we'll pull them off. We'll have us another, revelation. So, welcome to the new age. Welcome to Revelation. I am Apocalypse. Oh, whoa.